Hi, welcome to video 5 in the Living Fulfilled program. I'm going to be talking with you about the power of Yoga Nidra and how to use it in your life. The next couple videos will be on this topic. And once again, I am in the Ocala National Forest, beautiful Salt Springs Recreation Area. This is where I live. So Yoga Nidra effortlessly drops you into a state of deep meditation. Normally, our mind is very busy, as you well know. Mine is too, by the way. So when we're in hyper busy, hyper alert mode, our brain waves are very fast. And these brain waves are the gamma brain waves. And then, if they slow down a little bit, our normal waking conscious state is the beta brain waves, and they're still fast. These are beta, but they're not as fast as hyper alert. And then as we become relaxed, which is what starts to happen in Yoga Nidra or when you start falling asleep, the brain slows down even more. And these brain waves are entering the alpha waves. You drop into even deeper sleep or deeper states of meditation, and they slow down into theta. So theta is that dream state of sleep. And then if you go into a very deep sleep or a deep state of meditation, the waves are very slow. And these are the delta waves. So this is all in your mind. Maybe I'll draw that a different color. So these are all occurring in the brain, in the mind. And then also below the mind, we have our subconscious. This mind is usually so busy, we can't access the subconscious. The subconscious is where the natural instincts to survive exist, like to eat when you're hungry, to sleep when you're tired. But what happens is we have all these beliefs and concepts in our mind that they get superimposed on the subconscious. So the natural desire to eat when you're hungry becomes an addiction or aversion. It becomes obesity or anorexia. You might have a belief about, I'm not good enough. And so that gets superimposed in the subconscious and it starts affecting your life, always having to prove yourself to others, perhaps. And then, so this is the subconscious. Above the mind, you have superconscious. So this I talked about in that first video. This is that huge field container of consciousness, that God space. But because of our busy mind and our beliefs and our concepts, we have trouble accessing this superconscious, this God space, the godlike nature that we are. We're blocking it with our mind. What happens in Yoga Nidra, the mind is slowing down. And it becomes so slow, it actually gets out of the way. So now you can access in Yoga Nidra this subconscious and the superconscious. So when you have a belief about yourself, like I'm not good enough, you can replace it with an affirmation or an intention to change that belief. It gets heard in your subconscious. It gets heard in that universal superconscious. So you're accessing these 2 points. So now in the waking state, you're going about your day, something happens and suddenly you feel triggered, like, oh my God, I'm not good enough. I don't think I have the confidence to do this. You say your intention that you used in Yoga Nidra because you've heard it on these 2 levels. It went to these 2 levels. It has an immediate effect in your waking state. It takes the edge off of that, I'm not good enough, or whatever belief you're working with. So Yoga Nidra is very powerful in changing and removing these beliefs that we have about life and ourselves that block us from this godlike nature, this consciousness that we are. So it's a very powerful tool in helping you live fulfilled. I want to share with you something that I wrote in my book. I have a whole chapter on using intentions. see, it's on this page here. Working with intentions in Yoga Nidra has been and continues to be a very powerful technique in helping me navigate life. Whenever you try to do something different than you've always done it, you are in for a challenge. It's challenging to break those habits, to change those beliefs that we have about ourselves and about life. So whether it is the transition of the unknown or of responding differently to a situation, of breaking long-time habits and addictions, intentions in Yoga Nidra are a tremendous help. So these teachings help you live fulfilled, help you be relaxed. I'm just sharing with you what has worked for me. I know they work, but doesn't mean it's easy. I mean, even this morning, this is the third location of trying to shoot this video today because there was somebody coming around mowing the lawn. So I moved, and then they moved too. And then it was raining periodically. So I find myself in reaction, you know, damn it, I'm never gonna get this done, you know, and then I catch myself and I'm like, okay, relax, feel what's here to feel, say my intention. And I'm back into that state of relaxation, into feeling fulfilled, and to being connected to my source. So that's the power of Yoga Nidra, and I'll tell you more about it in the next video. In the meantime, I'm going to be sending you a worksheet for you to develop your own intention. And then I'm also sending you a recording of a Yoga Nidra that uses intention in the Yoga Nidra. So the intention you create, you will put in that Yoga Nidra that I'm giving you. So use this once a day. It's a good time to use it as you're falling asleep at night, or if your schedule allows, in the middle of the day is a good time. There's never a bad time to do Yoga Nidra. So use the Yoga Nidra daily if possible, at least every other day if you can't do daily. All right, enjoy the practice, and I'll see you next time privately, and we'll work on your intention when we meet again.